Hi guys, I hope you are all doing well and staying safe. Honestly, this year has been so unpredictable. However, I know a lot of people have been focusing on introspection, self-development, and really just working on themselves. And I'm hoping I can be a part of your self-growth journey and inspire and empower you guys from inside out. So, today I'm going to be talking about self confidence, self esteem, self worth, why self esteem is important, how should healthy self esteem look and feel like, and make sure you stay until the end because I will be going over how you can boost and raise your level of self esteem. Before we jump into the video, if I could kindly ask you guys to smash the like button, that would be awesome, just so this video could reach a larger audience and help more people be the best version of themselves. So let's jump right into the video. Confidence. Confidence is the measurement of how much you believe in your own abilities. Is when you have done something before so you feel confident doing it again. For example, if you've been an accountant for a decade, you're going to feel quite confident in your abilities, knowledge, and skills in that role. If you've baked the same cheesecake 50 times, you're going to feel confident, recreating that recipe again. Self-confidence is when you haven't done that task before, but you believe in yourself. For example, let's say I'm hanging out with my friend and they want to go play soccer. I'm just going to go with the flow and have fun instead of feeling insecure about my abilities in playing soccer. Or let's say I have played soccer before, but I've had a terrible negative experience. I am not going to internalize that experience and let it affect. Imagine you're on stage, whether you're a public speaker, a performer, or a comedian, whatever, and you choke, or the joke that you use did not go well with the crowd. That does not define who you are. It does not mean you're a failure. What it does mean is that, the joke that you use or the way that you deliver your speech did not work tonight. You pivot, re-strategize, and you go at it again. That is what self-confidence is all about. Self-esteem. So self-esteem is your sense of self. It involves your feelings, your emotions, your thoughts, and essentially is a combination of self-trust and self-worth. Self-trust is trusting in your own decisions and having the faith in your abilities to overcome obstacles and struggles. So here's an example of someone with a low self-trust. And you know what? Comment below and let me know if you know anyone who does this because I feel this is a quite common behavior that I've witnessed. Say you're trying to find a dress for an event, you go to the mall, you go to various different stores, you try on 100 dresses, and every single time you try on a dress, you take a picture of it and you send it into your group chat. You ask your friend,
"Hey guys, did this dress look good on me? Hey guys, did this color look flattering on me? How did this dress look on me?"
Why? You already know the type of dresses that you prefer, the style of dresses that look good on you. You know your favorite color. Why are you asking for people affirmation? If you want to ask for someone's opinion, it should be the stylist that is in the store because they have been trained to find the right dress for your body type. I'm not saying that you can't ask people for their opinion. I'm just simply trying to show that we do outsource a lot of our decisions to other people, whether it's trivial or important decisions. So the next time you ask for someone else's opinion, ask yourself, am I asking for their affirmation? Do I already have the answer? And just trust yourself. Self-worth. So self-worth is believing that you are worthy of the basic human needs such as safety, shelter, love, happiness, success, and believing that your life is in your control. I want you guys to really ask yourself, do you truly feel you are worthy just for existing? Don't focus on your contribution, your socioeconomic status, how many friends or followers you have, none of that. Do you feel you are worthy despite all of that, just for existing? Because self-love is about knowing you have the right to exist, to be loved, to be happy, to enjoy what you have, to enjoy the results of your hard work. It's about, building and cultivating courage and compassion for yourself to say, hey, you know what? I haven't completed everything on my list, but I am still worthy. It's understanding and accepting that you are human, you are imperfect. Yes, you have weaknesses and fear, but it doesn't change the fact that you are brave and worthy of love, success, respect, and whatever you feel unworthy of. Check my phone and emails all the time when I was away from work, even when I was on vacation. I constantly thought about work and I constantly talked about work. And then I finally realized it was because I anchored my self worth on my contribution at work. A big part of me feeling worthy was seeing the value that I provided at work. And you need to remember your self worth does not derive from your contribution. You are simply worthy because you exist. Point blank, period. Okay? Why is self esteem important? Well, I truly feel the only way you can appreciate what you have in life is to have a healthy self esteem. There's a multitude of social media influencers there who are revealing how much money they're earning, that new fancy car that they just purchased or that new house that they just bought. And yet they also reveal how empty, miserable or unhappy they are. Yes, they have accomplished a lot, but not with satisfaction because they were driven by external variables. Whether it was their friends, family, society, their fans, or the media, it was outside of them. True long term happiness is not outside of you, it's from within. This is one of my favorite quotes from a Jim Quick video I watched before. It goes like, life is like an egg. If it breaks by external force, it ends. However, if it's broken by internal force, then life begins. All good things begin from within. I just love that quote because I think it's so true. You really do need to develop and build a strong foundation, which is your self esteem, before you can enjoy anything else. How should healthy self esteem look and feel like? Well, someone with healthy self esteem is not bothered by other people's opinion of them. They are not overly attached to a situation. They do not try to prove themselves all the time or subscribe to other defensive behavior because anybody who knows you knows the truth. And they're not ever doing things for other people or how other people think they're supposed to be. They're doing things for themselves. I've spent like 15 years trying to convince myself to love me. I do not have the time to try to convince someone else to do the same, and nor do you. So just remember, let go of what other people want you to be and just embrace who you are. That's it. Second, someone with high self esteem is in a very calm, neutral state. They're in a very relaxed and balanced relationship with themselves because they're not hyper focused with the world around them or how other people perceive them. Remember, self-esteem is in the mind and body. When you're having, insecure, negative thoughts up here, it's going to reflect in your body. For example, you might let people interrupt you and talk over you because you don't feel what you have to say is of value or that the other person, what they have to say is more important. You might fidget all the time, constantly try to prove yourself, over explain yourself or subscribe to other defensive behavior. Third, someone with high self-esteem keep promises to themselves. They're committed to their goals and they don't try to resist or avoid what needs to be done because they don't allow fear and insecurity to dictate their actions and their decisions. Oftentimes when you resist something in your life, it comes from a place of insecurity and fear. So it is worth the evaluation or self-assessment as to why you're resisting that certain situation or that certain thought. They keep promises to themselves because they love themselves. They're disciplined enough to carry out the task to the end because they want to see their dream or their project come to fruition. And last but not least, compassion. People with high self-esteem are compassionate because they understand not everyone responds the same way because everyone is different. And understand that sometimes people with a high degree of confidence or self-love might cultivate insecurity in someone else. Understand that, be kind, and be accepting. Yeah. Okay, Sandra, now tell us how we can raise our level of self-esteem. Well, tip number one is to increase your self-awareness. People with high self-esteem, I feel, generally have a high self-awareness as well. You need to be aware of your character, your motives, your desires, your thoughts, your feelings, all of that in order to grow and work on yourself. And clearly, you are self-aware because you're watching this video. Second is understanding that self-esteem determines your actions, and those actions regulate your self-esteem. For example, let's say you want to start a YouTube video, but you're really nervous and fearful about it. So you never start. Now you're kind of throwing yourself a pity party, you feel guilty, you feel bad about yourself, so you never actually take the action to do it. Versus, let's say you're not really sure what you're doing, but you do it anyways. And then you learn from your mistakes and you redo it again and you're seeing results. And that result propels you to take more action. And then you feel more confident and you build on your self-esteem. So it's kind of like a feedback. So before I move on to tip number 3, I just want you guys to close your eyes. Just entertain me and close your eyes, okay? Just for 30 seconds. Just shut everything out and observe your thoughts and your feelings. Don't resist. Whatever you're feeling, let yourself feel it. And whatever thoughts come into your head or go, let it come and go without any judgment. And just observe. Okay, now open your eyes. So where did your mind go to immediately? What were some thoughts or feelings that you were resisting? How were you feeling? How are you feeling now? These are important questions to ask yourself on a daily basis. It's important because in order to analyze and find a solution, first you need to observe. All right, so tip number 3 is implementing what you've learned. It's so awesome that people are listening to audiobooks, watching TED Talk, watching videos, reading, going to school, taking online classes. That's all great, but it means absolutely nothing if you're not implementing what you learn into your life. Ooh, excuse me. Yes, you need to be consistent with implementing these things in your life in order to form new habits. Remember, it took years and years and years for you to form your bad habits, whether it's not going to the gym or smoking, whatever it is. It took a long time. So you need to give your new habits and new behavior time, time to develop. Okay. Instead of asking yourself, how long is it going to take me to change this? You really should be asking yourself, what am I going to do to change this, and how am I going to change this? So give yourself, concrete examples of what you did to keep yourself motivated and have a specific plan in place. Tip number 4, which is my favorite one and also one that I still work on, and that is letting go of who other people think you're supposed to be and just embracing who you are. And how the heck do you do that? Allow yourself to be vulnerable, because vulnerability cultivates connection and authenticity. Yes, I know that it can be difficult sometimes to be vulnerable, but you have the strength to overcome any obstacle that comes your way. Be compassionate to yourself. And just remember to focus and nurture, the people, the connection, the project, the activity that make you feel good, that makes you feel enough and feel worthy, because that is where your focus should be shift onto. Remember, your environment and what you do, the people you hang out with, is what shapes your behavior patterns and your habits. So if you're trying to change your habits or you're trying to develop new habits, make sure your environment is fostering what you are trying to change and is fostering those good changes. All right, guys, that is it for the video. I really hope you guys enjoy it and found it helpful. Thank you so much for staying until the end with me. Until next time, stay safe and remember to be your awesome self.